Hello and welcome to Dear Parents. I'm Dana Arias, the author of Dear Parents from Your Child's Loving Teacher, and a teacher librarian in the Chicago area. Last week we used a mirror to look at ourselves and see that we have many blind spots within ourselves, and that those blind spots don't allow us to see our whole self. You know, those blind spots in many ways are called shadows in psychology. It's that shadow side of us that we don't get to see, or maybe we don't want to see. And we talked about how it is that sometimes people will come and trigger those sides and will make it difficult, especially right now that we're locked in at home, and how it is that these people might come, and, maybe your husband or your wife or one of the children will come and trigger you. And it becomes painful and hard to deal with. So today I wanted to show you, I've got my props here. This bag was given to me many, many years ago. It was the first wallet that my mom gave to me, and it's still very special to me. She gave it to me when I was quite little, and it was my fancy wallet. It was, beautiful at the time. It still is because of the memories. But anyway, it's going to help us explain what I want to do today. So many years ago, we had a wounding, and this is the first wounding. It's the initial wounding. And this wounding, it never really did get resolved. So it goes inside us and stays there. And we don't go and heal it, but it will close, kind of like maybe by putting a Band-Aid on, kind of like this did. However, when you're living with, the people that you're living with, and they are mirroring back to you some of those aspects that we can't see, that hurt will be reopened again or touched upon again and add another hurt. And it will close again, and then it'll add another hurt and another hurt and another hurt. And suddenly this bag is starting to get pretty full. Those wounds are still there, and there's the similar wounds, and they get triggered because we never healed them. And that is something that becomes very painful. So when we think about, maybe my husband says something or does something, or the children say or do something, especially right now that we're living in proximity and we don't have those distractions. I don't have the distraction to pretend that this wound is not here, because I have to be living with my husband or with my daughter or with, my child or, grandparents, I don't know, whoever you're living with. They will come and touch those wounds, and you don't have the distraction of going to work. You don't have the distraction of going to school. So those wounds now, what are they doing? They start bubbling, and they keep on touching them. And your triggers are actually a gift, because they are giving you the opportunity to go and look at each one of these. What happened? Can I fix this wound? Can I fix this wound? And I keep looking at all these little triggers. Now, this is not an easy task or a faint task. Some will be bigger than others. This is not an easy task, because looking at this initial wound is quite difficult. And it keeps popping up every single time saying, please come heal me. Come look at me. I need your help. I don't want to have this anymore. And I want you to think about this week, and next week we will start delving into how we can heal this. But I need you to think about this carefully and really put a lot of thought into this. And maybe start looking at some of the wounds that you might have. And I'll get back into it next week. But I think that is enough for today. I hope that it helps and that you have a good week. Stay safe.